5.
So for able is 5005.
0.3.
Then what about for patient?
3425.
34?
25.
3425. And this one you bring here as a positive so that it will be nil. So then subtract. So take 9425 minus 5005.
$44.20.
So this one is 4420. Then the next one is 8855 minus 3425. That is
$54.30.
so this is 54. So if you can be able to add the two, you are supposed to get 9850. Is that correct?
It is.
Yes. So this is 98. So which means that we have done fast cash distribution. We have done fast cash distribution. And at the same time, we have avoided distributing cash to a partner who was insolvent. That is Hastings. Then now the trend will continue. So the trend will continue by now checking the new claim. So with the new claim here, because this one was 67, initially they were claiming 67. Cash available was 9,850. So we reduced that one. So now the new claim, the total amount will be 57,150. What about able? So if you can be able to determine able, then I will know that you are fine now with the even other steps, because now the other steps, it will be a repetition of the same. So what about able? The new claim. What is able claiming now? Remember that if you can see, initially he was claiming 38. Out of 38, remember that the cash available was 9,850, of which out of that 9,850, able has received 4,420. 4,420. So what is the next claim of able?
Is it the
33,580.
33,580, that is correct. Because you take what he was claiming and you subtract the amount he has received of 4420. Do the same with the patient. 26,000 minus 5,430. A bit faster.
2570.
That is 2570. And then the last one, remember that this one, he was claiming 3,000. He never received anything. So we have 3,000. So because he was insolvent. Then now we move to the next realization. So now the liquidator will sell other assets so that they get money to distribute to these partners. So remember that we had considered realization up to 30th September. So we move to the next date of realization. So after 30th September, we move to, I think you can see there, we move to 15 October. So 15 October, it was 7,800 plus 7,200. That is 15. On 15 October, 2012, so the total is 15,000. So you reduce from what they were claiming. So if you take 57,150 minus 15,000, you are getting what? So this one is
42,150.
42,150. Then you say that, what if they could have not done another realization? That is the liquidator. What if there was no another asset the liquidator could have sold? So this is the amount they could have lost. We say maximum possible loss. So maximum possible loss, we share in the ratio 5 to 3 is to 2. You share in the ratio 5 to 3 is to 2. So share that one. So share that one and give me the answers. So So you just do a bit faster.
$21.
21,
0.75.
0.75. Then the next one,
I think
12,
it's
12,645.
12.
645.
And the last one.
84.30.
So then, so it was at the same time. So, so then you raise, subtract from the new creams. The first one is
12,505.
so this 12,505. Then the next one is supposed to be, and with 79.25. Then the last one is 54.30. So this is so which means that Hastings again is insolvent. So which means that the two partners who are solvent, able and patient, will share the 54.30 using the capital ratio before dissolution, the initial one, this one. So never use the new cream, use the capital ratio before dissolution. So you will say share Hastings debit balance, share Hastings debit balance. So I think you know how to share this. So the 54.30. So this one will be shared in the ratio of 38:26 because the two partners are the one who are solvent. So you use their capital ratio. So share that amount. So 38 plus 26, that is around 64. So you say 38 over 64 times 54.30. So the first one is
3,224.
3,224. The next one?
Yeah.
Take the total minus your answer.
2206.
2206. And then this one, remember this is what you were sharing, so you bring it down as a positive, so that this one will be nil. So that now you subtract these balances from what you have up there. So 12,505 minus 3224. You answer there?
$92.81.
The first one is 9281. The next one?
$57.19.
5719. So if you can be able to add the two, remember we have distributed the 15,000 and we have avoided giving any cash to this partner who was insolvent, called Hastings. So out of the 15, Able has received 9281, patient has received 5419. So if you add the two, you are supposed to get the total 15, the amount which was available, 15,000. So that is our second cash distribution. So we have done second cash distribution. That is the second cash distribution. So after that, we go to new claim. So the new claim here is, Steve, what is the new claim?
$42,150.
So this is 42,150. What about Able?
3356.
For Able is?
3356.
How are you getting the 30?
580 minus 3224.
We minus 9281, not 32. Because remember that out of the 15,000, Able has received what? 9281. not 32.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I've seen.
So your answer is
24 to 99.
yes, 24 to 99.
299.
Yes. For what is the claim for patient? So now you take 2570, that was the claim which was there, then you minus what patient has received, which is 5,719.
14,851.
14,851. So remember, this one will remain to be 3,000 because it's 3,000 minus the nothing, which Elston has not received anything. So that is fine. So after that, we go to the last realization. We move to the last realization. So the last realization was on which date?
10th November.
So this is 10 November. So the total amount there, you can see sold furniture, inventories, which is stock. Then he recovered some amount from the debtors, which is 2,300. So that total amount is 1,500 plus 8,200, that is 97. 97 plus 23. So anyway, give me the total.
12,000.
12,000. But then you have to add something which is down here, plus this 1,350, because they said Hastings was insolvent, an amount of 1.3, that is a 1,350 in short, was recovered from his estate in full of settlement of the amount due from him on 10 November 2012. So they tried recovering some amount from him. So by taking some 1.3 from that Hastings, because anyway, he was insolvent, and you can see. So you have to add that 1,350. You answer plus 1,350. It will be
13,350.
13,350. So that is the cash which is available. And that one was on 10 November. I think it was on 10 November. Yes, it was 10 November. So you have to record that date. Remember, in accounting, dates are very important. 10 November 2012. So this is the cash which was available. So you reduce from the claim they were making. So then the balance is, so 82,150 minus 13,350.
28,800.
20?
8,800.
28,800. That is fine. So that one, remember that we call it maximum possible loss, MBL. Because now, if there was no another asset, the liquidator could have sold. This is the loss the partners could make. Maximum possible loss. Share in the ratio of 5 to 3:2. So you are getting
14,400.
so that is 14,400.
8640.
8640.
8640.
5760.
Then the next one is
5760.
5760. So after that, we have to talk about what? You reduce that amount.
Third cash distribution.
So, but you have to see if there's anybody who is insolvent so that we avoid distributing cash to him. Then after we have done that, we say third cash distribution. So I can see Aston is still insolvent. because even you take 3,000 minus 5760, you will be getting 2760. So this one is for able. For able is supposed to be 98, 99. Then this one is 62 to 11. I think you are getting the same.
Yes.
Are you getting the same figures? That is correct. So what I'm supposed to do is sharing this amount of Hastings, which is a debit. So share Hastings debit balance. Share Hastings debit balance. Share Hastings debit balance. Using which ratio? The ratio, capital ratio before what? Before dissolution. For the partners who are solvent. For the partners who are solvent. Remember, the partners who are solvent is able and patient. And remember that their initial capital ratio, this 38 to 26. This 38 to 26. That was the capital ratio. So share that 2760. Share the 2760.
1639 and 1121.
So 1639 and 1121. So you subtract. Remember, this one is a positive, so that it will be nil. So subtract from the, like now, the first one for able, 98, 99 minus 1639. I'm getting it at 260. Then this one is 5090. So if you have to, if you add the two, remember that out of 13, 350, able has received 8,260. Patient has received 5,090 shillings. Hastings never received anything. Hastings never received anything because he was insolvent. So you are supposed to get 13,350 because that was the amount which was available. So you call it third cash distribution. Third cash distribution. So after third cash distribution, new claim. So new claim, what they are claiming now, next claim. Remember, this one will be 28,800 because they were claiming it at 150. They have received the 13,350, the total amount. So the balance is 28,800. Then the next one, you take new claim minus what able has received. So 24,299 minus 82,60. I think you are supposed to get 16,039. Then this one would be 97.61. If you take 14,851 minus 5090, then this one will remain to be 3,000. This one will remain to be 3,000. Of which you know that. So I can write on the other side here. So the amount. So we have able. We have patient, and we have Hastings. So on this scenario, so which we know that new claim is 28,800, 16,039, and we have 97.61, and this one was 3,000. So you go for the next realization. So was there another realization which was remaining after 10 November?
No.
But there is somewhere they mentioned that the remaining inventories were taken over by able at an agreed value of 1.2. So able tried to reduce what he was claiming. So the inventory which was there, able said that since I am claiming 16,039 and I see that realizations are over, let me take the inventory which was there so that at least my claim can reduce. So he took inventory. This inventory 1.2. So you have to reduce the 1.2 as inventory.
Now, where did that come from? See, we realized odd inventory in September. Hizo zingine zilitoka wapi?
So let us anyway clarify that one. So the inventory here, it was we have 1500. There was the one which they realized on 30th November. So 1500. Eh? So if you take 1500 plus 8200, what are you getting?
9,700.
So and you see our inventory was?
Oh, yeah, 15. Eh?
The inventory is even more.
Okay. Understood.
So subtract the 12, and this one will be subtracted from able and the total. So that up to that point, this is the loss. Eh? This is the loss they made. Loss on realization, because now they never realized everything. So take 28,800 minus 1,200. So take 28,800 minus 1,200, that is 27,600.
27. Yeah.
And this one is
14,839.
that is fine. So up to that point, remember that we are done with the statement of up to that point. If there's any question you can raise, anybody who has a question is free to unmute and talk. So after we are done with the first requirement, so the next requirement was consigning realization account. So the realization account. So the realization account, so what am I supposed to record there? I said that last time, remember that since the partnership is coming to an end, things like assets account, they must be closed. So in order to close an asset account, what are you supposed to do to your asset account? Remember, individual assets are debited. Eh? So an asset is debited, anyway, you know that. So in order to cancel it out, to close, you credit individual asset account, debit realization account. Eh? So in short, you need to know that under realization account, all of the assets of the partnership, as by the balance sheet which is given, you debit them. Simple like that. So debit all the assets which are there. So we start from which point? From which asset? You can see the premises, equipment, furniture and fittings, inventories, account receivable. So those are the assets. Premises, equipment, furniture and fittings, inventories, account receivable. So premises. So the premises was 21,500. We move on to equipment. So equipment was
14,560.
14,560. Then furniture and fittings,
3,000.
so that is 3,000. The next thing we talk about inventories, 15,540. Receivables,
27,400.
27,400. Then in order to understand this, what I will do next, I will draw bank account. I'm not yet done with the realization account, but draw your bank account, of which you know that bank account, what you record on the debit side is what is bringing cash in, then you credit what we were paying. So you start from balance brought down. So the cash which was available, the 4,000, the undercurrent asset. Then now all of the realizations the liquidator was making debit, because after making realizations, he was receiving money. He was receiving money. So from the first realization, which was on 11 September, premises after meeting the mortgage in full, that is, we moved to the 30th September 2012. So I think you have these totals from our first statement. Then we have for 15 September. Then we have for 10th November. So I'm recording from the first statement we did. So this one was 17. So this one was 10. So these are the realizations, the total realizations. Then the last one was 13,350. So once you debit this, once you debit there, so once you debit these realizations, which was made, remember these are the realizations. These are the realizations. So what you do, you credit realization account. You credit realization account with cash. You credit realization account with cash book. So you say 11, so the same. So I think you have understood those. At least you can score some marks. The net has finalized. What are we supposed to include under realization account? So what you are supposed to include, remember that here they were paying dissolution expense. Remember, it will reduce this account. The dissolution expense they were paying will reduce this account, the 25, then debit your realization account. So dissolution, so that is you can say even dissolution expense to be more specific. So I'm trying to show you double entry principle. So once I debit here, credit this. So for the assets, remember that I said, if we could have been opening the individual accounts, we could have crediting them. But now since we are not concerned with individual accounts, just debit realization account. Then for realizations, start with balance brought down, debit bank, credit realization. Dissolution, it was an amount paid. It reduces your bank account, credit bank account, debit, realization account. So this is 25. Then after all of the realizations, remember this one was from the realizations, concerning the from 11 September, 30th September, 15 October, and 10 November. So after that, remember that out of the realization right now concerning what? Concerning inventory was taken over. So we have to record again inventory. So there was inventory which was taken over here of 1,200. Then out of the payables which they were paying, there was a discount received. So this discount was 350. Then even if they tried to make realizations, they made a loss. So the loss on realization. The loss on realization. And the loss was, you can record the total amount. So this one, 27,600. So that is 27,600. So if you balance, this account is supposed to be balancing automatic because now we are dissolving the partnership. Then what is remaining at the bank? What were they paying? We are supposed to credit. Remember that they paid mortgage. Mortgage was 12. They paid payables, of which payables they paid at a discount. It was 55, but they paid at a discount of 350. That's why it remains 51.50. It remained 51.50. There was a discount there. And remember, we have credited our realization with the same. Then after that, there was loan from patient. So this one was loan from patient. So it was 1,500. Anything they paid. So after receiving the cash they were having, remember they did distributions. After these realizations they made, they distributed some money to the partners. So from first cash distribution, so we have first cash distribution. We have second, it was first, second, and the third. So you check from your statement of cash distribution. So our first cash distribution was, so this is 98.50. We have 15,000. And the third one was 13,350. So 13,350. I think you can see it's 13,350 down here. So the 13,350. That is fine. So those are the amounts you record. So I've said 98.50. We have 15,000. And we have 13,350. So we have 13,350. So that is fine up to that point. Again, if you record this, if you balance, they're supposed to balance automatic. So are they balancing? Then finally, let us finish very fast because I saw that this question can be on one. So the last one is all about a partner's capital account. So partners capital account. So remember that we have three partners here. I will say Able, Patient, and Hastings. We have Able, Patient, and Hastings. So you start from balance brought down. So the capital account, that is the balance brought down, and the current. So what they were claiming, capital account and current. So capital account, this one was 28,500. I think you know from the balance sheet. So for 28, then this was 19,500. And this one it was 37,50. So for current, it was 95. And it was 65. Then now, that is the total claim, what they were making. So concerning their capital account and the current. So what did they receive? So remember that for this was negative. That is why I need to record for Hastings as a debit of 750. So concerning Hastings, it was a debit balance. So they received, you start from first cash distribution. So from first cash distribution, second cash distribution, you talk about third cash distribution. Then there was inventory which was taken over by Able, and at the same time they made a loss. They made a loss. So first cash distribution we take from the statement. This one was 44.20. This one was 54.30. Then this one was 9281. This one was 5719. So this one is from the statement of cash distribution. So this one was 8260, and this one was 5090. Then Able took an inventory of 1200. Then they made a loss of 14,839, 9761, and we have 3,000. So again, if you balance these two accounts, they are supposed to balance. So that is how you are supposed to do this question of dissolution concerning three partners, that is Able, Patient, and Austin. That is how you are supposed to do it. So if there is no any query, that is a question you can ask, so that once we come in, we go direct to another question for conversion. So this is the end of dissolution for today. So once you would be logging back, we have to start with conversion of a